is of dehydrohalogenation. Now, in question asked, if aqueous KOH is taken, then you get the alcohol, whereas when we take the alcoholic KOH, then okay, yeah, alcoholic KOH, then we see that a ethene is formed, or we see that an alkene is formed. Why is it so? Well, you do write the reason. Even in case of alcoholic KOH, in case of alcoholic KOH, the OH minus not only behaves as a nucleophile but also behaves as a base. The OH minus not only behaves as a nucleophile but also behaves as a base. So it has a tendency to extract proton, that is H. Therefore, alkene is formed. Whereas in case of aqueous KOH, the OH minus acts only as a nucleophile. So it undergoes substitution reaction. Okay, so this is the completion of the elimination part, and the third part that is the reaction with active metals. So reaction with active metals. Third part, that is reaction with active metals. Reaction with active metals. First one, if we want to see, then we'll go with the reaction with Mg. First one, reaction with magnesium. So what happens actually? Here Grignard's reagent is formed. Actually Grignard, the scientist, had found it, and he had also got Nobel Prize in finding this one. Okay, Grignard reagent has very high economic importance. Okay, so actually it helps in what? Okay, so Grignard reagents provide us a good method. So let us say, for example, what happens if Rx is reacted with magnesium, then we get RMgX. Okay, in presence of dry ether. So here we get, this is known as Grignard's reagent. Okay, so you can write Grignard reagent provides us a good method of converting alkyl halides into hydrocarbons. Okay. If we take an example, CH3Br plus Mg in presence of dry ether, we get CH3MgX. Okay. Now the second part is a reaction with the sodium. Here, if we take anything like CH3I or whatsoever it is, okay, this is also known as Wood's reaction. So if we take reaction with sodium, this is otherwise known as Wood's reaction. So here, if we take CH3Br plus 2Na plus BrCH3, we react this in presence of dry ether, then we get it is CH3 alkane we get plus 2NaBr. Okay, so this is the alkane that we get, and this is known as Wurtz reaction. So next thing that we come across is the in case of here only, that is reduction. What is reduction? That is addition of hydrogen or gaining of electrons or like that only. So it takes place in case of reducing agents. That is first one if we want to see, then that is nickel, platinum and palladium. Okay, in the presence of nickel, platinum and palladium, they are the catalysts. So if we take the reduction process here, then if it is CH3CH2Br plus H2, now what happens? In the presence of nickel and palladium or platinum, nickel platinum if we take, then we get here alkane here, that is CH3 and CH3. And suppose in the second case, let us take for example here zinc copper couple. Zinc copper couple. Zinc copper couple. Okay. Here if we take, then CH3 CH2I, CH3 CH2Br plus, if it is reduced in presence of zinc copper couple, then we get CH3 and the bond CH. So this is a zinc copper couple. Then if we take also hydrogen iodide in presence of red phosphorus. So here we take the iodide one, okay, that is CH3CH2I plus Hi in presence of red phosphorus. So here we get CH3 plus I2. So these are the reduction methods. Then after there is another reaction that is known as rearrangement reaction. When the molecule like the halide ion that gets rearranged, so that is known as rearrangement reaction. So if you take the simple one reaction, that is CH3 CH2 CH2 Cl in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, it gives a different, or like the chlorine here it is attached here, so it gets attached here. There is rearrangement. So there is CH3 CH, here chlorine attached, and here it becomes CH3. So this is the rearrangement reaction. With this we complete our haloalkanes. Then after in the next segment we'll move to haloarenes. That is the reaction, their chemical properties, everything of haloarenes. Okay, thank you.